What's going on, guys? This is Titan AKT. If you're following me on social media, in this video, I'm going to go over the overall market and what I think is going to happen this week. I'm also going to go over a stock that I am looking at. So if you are interested in that and you like that kind of content, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. Really helps out the channel. And without further ado, guys, we're going to get straight to it. So futures market did open last night and it was pretty crazy. The Nasdaq broke new highs, or the Nasdaq, however you want to pronounce it. The Nasdaq broke new highs. The SPY is up. The Dow was up. So it's looking pretty good as far as pre-market goes. But again, it is pre-market. A lot of investors tend to trade based off the pre-market, and then as soon as the market opens, everything crumbles and suddenly everybody's shocked. All right, so take the pre-market with a grain of salt, guys. It can go either way towards open. Typically wait 30 minutes after open before you start trading. That way you can get an overall idea on which direction the market could potentially be going. All right, so we do have jobless claims this week. Last week we had terrible jobless claims, guys. And the market reacted actually good to that. And the reason why I think that happens is because if we keep having terrible news, as bad as that sounds, if we keep having terrible news in the overall market, then that means we're further away from tapering. And, the Fed constantly printing money and all that stuff. Jerome Powell, telling us that he's not going to taper anytime soon, because that means the economy is not recovering to, satisfactory. All right. So as long as we keep getting bad jobless claims, the overall market could be bullish. Okay. Now, if we do get good jobless claims, that means we're towards recovery. We're like one step towards recovery. That means tapering can come a lot sooner. Stimulus check can be cut off, all that stuff. So just keep that in mind when you're trading and you're looking at the jobless claims this week. But anyway, as far as the SPY goes, guys, I am looking for the SPY to do a retest. I did say it will hit 455. It got really close. But I am looking for that retest towards 451 area, 451.70 area. We could see a retest there. Low is 450 for now, because 450 is our psychological level. So if we can get a retest there, and I don't even know if we're going to get a retest there because the pre-market is looking pretty crazy right now. But if we can get a retest towards that area, then we could see another move towards maybe 460, which I think is pretty insane. If we look at the RSI down here in this area, we keep getting this bounce off this trend line I made. And I don't know why people don't use the RSI this way, but, it keeps bouncing and it keeps bouncing here, keeps bouncing, and, it just keeps bouncing off this area. So it looks like it's heading there again. So we can see what potentially can happen. Whether it goes down and then it carries this down with it towards 451 area. We are at 452 right now. Well, pre-market is probably a lot different, but you get the idea. So if we could see that retest, we could see new highs in the SPY again, heading towards jobless claims. And then once jobless claims is released, if it's bad, then don't be surprised if the market just continues upwards, or, if it's somewhat good or close to good, then we may see a bad reaction within the market. All right. So that's just to prepare you, just in case you're like, oh, jobless claims is good. That means bullish market. And it turns out to go the opposite direction. All right. Anyway, let's look at Apple, because that's the stock I was talking about. So Apple took its precious time catching up with the market. Why? I have no idea. I think they did have some news last week as well. I can't remember exactly, and I don't feel like looking it up. But otherwise, I do think Apple still has more room to the upside, maybe towards that 160 area. However, I do want a retest towards 151.70. I think 151.70, 151.68, one of those. And then we have our psychological level. If we break past that, then we have our psychological level towards 150. If we can get a bounce off either one of those areas and maybe some bullish value heading upwards, then I do think Apple can break new highs once again, and it'll look good. Okay, it'll look really good. Do I think it can go further than 160? I couldn't even tell you guys, because the overall market is just very overextended. A correction is bound to happen. So what I did, to prepare for this, and you can prepare yourself. I'm not a financial advisor, guys. This is just suggestions, educational purposes, and all that. You can do some SPY puts in order to hedge your account, some QQQ puts and things like that to hedge your account. Make them long term. Hedge your account, protect your account, and things like that, because it's only a matter of time before the market starts correcting and it gets pretty ugly, because it's been nothing but running, just nothing but nonstop running, guys. So please protect yourselves, protect your account. That way you're not hit hard if a rug pull does happen. All right. So again, we're looking for that retest of 151.70, lowest 150. If we can't get a retest at any one of those areas, then potentially either the market is carrying Apple down, and that's probably the time that market is correcting, if we do not see a retest of those areas. And before you take any trades, as far as Apple goes, if you do take this trade or you invest into it, make sure the overall market is bullish. Make sure the SPY is bullish. Make sure the Nasdaq is bullish. Just make sure, you don't really so much have to worry about the Dow Jones, but the Dow Jones as well, the more confirmation, the better. All right. Make sure the overall market is bullish before you start taking calls. If it's red, if it's, bearish, because a lot of investors don't tell you guys this. If the overall market is, red or bearish, and you're trying to trade Apple after it retests 150, and it just so happens not to even go nowhere after 150, it just plummets straight down. Well, typically, then make sure you're checking the overall market, or maybe some bad news came out. All right. But again, that's pretty much all I have, guys. Check the SPY. If you check my last video for as far as GameStop, you want to apply the same rules to Apple. Make sure the overall market is supporting what I'm saying as far as this retest and then the continuation upwards. All right. Other than that, that's all I have, guys. If you like this video, if you like the content, feel free to like and subscribe and everything. Leave a comment below on any stocks, crypto, anything like that, earnings reports, anything. I try to go over it all, and I'll check it out and get with you guys there. Other than that, that's all I have. Hope you guys have a good day. Till next time.